Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odoms, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by Coca-Cola, Louisiana Lottery, Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport, AmeriGroup Insurance, McLean Financial Group, Bella Baton Rouge Casino, Gordon McKernan Law Firm, and Jerry Lane Family of Automobile Dealerships. Hello and welcome to Week 6 of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odoms. It's good to have the coach back on set. Last week he was in Athens, and Associate Head Coach Elvis Joseph did a really capable job of guest starring for you, but it's always good to have the coach back. Of course, we come to you each week about 5 times a week. You can catch us on the air, so check out the graphic and tune in your DVRs to catch us at a convenient time for you. You can also catch us on YouTube as well as our Facebook channel, so there's no reason to miss the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odoms. Coach, Devon Gales is the talk of the Southern University football program right now. Young man injured at Georgia, great attitude, going through rehab at Shepherd's Care in Georgia, and the University of Georgia has been beautiful about being supportive in his care. The Jaguar Nation has been supportive. Coach, we want to put up the graphic so the Jaguar Nation and the viewing public can see. You can actually support Devon Gales at this fund. It's managed by the Southern University System Foundation, and of course, everything is on the up and up. The family has blessed this fund, and we want everybody who can give to Devon's care to do that. Coach, one of the things that I took from all of this is there's been a lot of talk about where Devon is, how well he isn't. But the thing I took out of all of this was the doctor from Shepherd's Care who said it'll probably be a year to a year and a half process for this young man in his rehab process. Is that what you heard as well?
Well, yeah, but I think it's simply, really you just have to know the individual that's involved, man. You gotta know his heart, you gotta know his will and determination, and he's overcome a lot in life, and he's still going forward and overcoming things. And this is just another challenge, another chapter in his life that he understands the road ahead. And the thing about it, we don't know the timetable or how long this gonna take, but we know the spirit of the man that's involved, and he has the right attitude, and he's taking it on head first and doing the right things, listening to his therapist, and just really having a great attitude. He's full of smiles and laughter, and you got to be upbeat. And he's the kind of young man that if anybody can overcome it, Devon Gales is that person.
Devon Gales has inspired a lot of people with his attitude. Of course, let's put up that graphic one more time in case people missed it, because we want to make sure we're doing our part to support Devon Gales and the Devon Gales Fund so we can get this young man healthy and back to the road of wellness. So there you have it. Everything is right there on the screen for you. Take a screenshot, copy the information, and please contribute to the Devon Gales Fund. Coach, let's talk a little football. First open week of the 2015 season. For the most part, I think it couldn't have come at a better time for us. We played 2 D1 schools in Tech in Georgia. We played 2 SWAC schools, and we stand at 2-2 on the season. 2-0 on the SWAC. Is that where you thought we'd be at this time of the year?
Well, you really didn't know how the season's going to start out. Anytime you're coming off of a successful campaign, you don't really know. You got new guys, and really all you can do is make sure that you prepare your team well and give yourself a chance at victories. And I thought we did that in the first part of the season. La Tech, first game of the season, the speed of the game was an adjustment for us, and they jumped on us early, but we rebounded with 2 conference wins, and that's a testament to our team. Then we go on the road to Georgia and competed for a half and middle way through the third quarter before the game got away from us. So 2-2, it's a great start to the season. Now we face a tough month of October.
Coach, 2-0 in the SWAC is how I see it, and I think that's a great place to be. Of course, let's come back and talk about the first 4 games with some highlights, show some people some of the big plays, some of the touchdowns. So stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odoms. We'll be right back.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
They're back. The multiplier games from the Louisiana Lottery. Multiply your winnings 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, even 50 times the money. You could win up to $200,000. Pick up yours today at any lottery retailer. Multiply your play.
Traveling with kids is kind of a nightmare, but flying out of BTR makes it stress-free. Everyone there is
so much friendlier than any other airport I've been to. You can't have a fantastic city without the community support of a great airport. I can actually get anywhere in the world from right here in town. BTR makes travel
so easy that I feel at home right when my plane lands. It takes almost no time to get back to my family. So that feeling of, this is home, for me, happens at BTR.
The key to your future starts here. Discover a university with top programs in nursing, engineering, business, and education. Receive one-on-one interaction with professors and an affordable world-class education. Enter with the will to succeed and leave with the tools to excel. Your future awaits you here at Southern University and A&M College, your #1 HBCU.
Back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odoms. Of course, we come to you each week from the Bella Baton Rouge Casino in Shucks, and we want you to come out and hang out with us, talk a little Southern University football, and hang out with me and Coach for a little bit on a Monday night about 7 o'clock. Coach, let's go on and start the highlight reel that we normally do during our open week. We usually have a nice little highlight reel of the first games of the season. And we'll talk about our play in those first 4 games. Of course, here's a kickoff return by Willie Quinn. Of course, he takes it to the house. This young man has had a great start to the season, Coach, and I look forward to the rest of the season because anytime he touches the ball, it could be magic.
Well, exactly. You know, he started the season fast. And, you know, you look for big plays from Willie, and you do get a chance to see that, especially in our return game.
You saw a nice interception there by Danny Johnson, one of our leaders in the secondary. A sack right there. Coach, I got to give it to your defense. I've been impressed with how they played both in the SWAC games and the out-of-conference games, but I was really impressed in how they played Georgia in the first half of that game.
Well, you know, I think you've got to figure out what they can do and just cater to what they can do best. And that's what it's all about. I think they got the right mindset, got the right attitude, and we got to play great defense going forward.
Coach, that young man you just saw running and diving into the end zone, Leonard Tillery, he has given you everything that a young man can give you as a coach. You got to be happy when you got a Leonard Tillery on your team.
Well, he runs the ball extremely well, man. Runs it hard, and, you know, is getting better with his vision. You know, got to get him to stick them cleats in the ground and get more north and, you know, get north quicker. So, but he's got a great understanding of offense and getting better every day.
Well, there you see him turning the corner. But before that, your defense was doing a great job sacking the quarterback there at Valley. Gabe Eccles, Danny, all those guys on the defensive line. Coach, you got to be happy with the play of your defense so far this year.
Well, exactly. It starts with those guys up front. We got a veteran group, Gabriel Eccles, Daniel Brown, Aaron Tiller, Christian Allen, Donald Phillips. Those guys played a lot of snaps for us, and, you know, we're going to go as far as they take us.
Coach, one thing that, you know, I know about you, when you got the job, your whole idea was to build a program. It wasn't about winning a bunch of games. It was building a program, getting guys to believe. And, Coach, I believe you're there. I think the young men who play for you understand there's not going to be any BS. There's not going to be any playing around. It's going to be how you want it to be. And so far, that has resulted in wins and success at the Southern University Jaguar football program.
Well, you know, I think it starts with discipline, you know, and you got to be committed to your philosophy, and you got to give the effort that it takes, and you got to have toughness as a mentality. And I think when you do those things, it creates pride. And when you can have pride in what you build and have pride in the young man, and they love you and you love them, and I think the sky's the limit at what kind of program this will become. But I think when you look at the overall aspect of the program, you look at a bunch of guys playing and fighting for each other.
There you saw a number of great defensive plays by the Jaguar Dog Day D. You saw Leonard Tillery doing his thing, juking and jiving and getting into the end zone. Crockett has done a great job, Coach, for you, playing running back and coming out of the backfield. You got to be happy with that young man's play as well.
Well, you can see what the second year in the program, you know, what it's all about. You see the confidence from Malcolm Crockett, and we're going to need all those guys playing well down the stretch. We're about to hit the toughest part, the second toughest part of our schedule, and it's the month of October, and it starts with coming up upon Alabama State.
You got to love Leonard Tillery right there. He was not going to be denied to get a touchdown on an SEC team. Coach, 2-2. You got to be happy where you sit because the whole SWAC slate is ahead of you, and our goals are to win the SWAC West, get to the SWAC championship, and get another ring on our fingers, and they're clearly all in front of us.
Well, you know, I talked to the team the other day about controlling your own destiny and making sure that you understand what type of football we're asking you guys to play and what our expectations are. You know, we tell them all the time it's about penalties, turnovers, and effort. And when we win those categories, we like our chances at winning football games. And nothing better than taking that opportunity to Montgomery where we're going to take on a very good Alabama State football team.
Well, there you have it. When we come back, we'll talk about our Cox Players of the Week for the open week, and we'll talk about the open week and recruiting, which is so important to the continued success of the Jaguar football program. So stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odoms.
My Jags hit real hard, but not nearly as hard as a car or a big truck. When something like that happens, you need the right team on your side to tackle the big insurance company.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, my team of attorneys can hit back. Call me right now.
If I ever get hit by a car or a big truck, you better believe I will get Gordon.
I'm attorney Gordon McKernan. Let me hit the big insurance company back. Just call me. Get it done.
Get Gordon. Get it done.
Call 888-8888 or go to getgordon.com.
I have 2 kids, and like any mom, I want them to be healthy. So I chose Amerigroup Louisiana for our Bayou Health Plan. We get all our Medicaid benefits and pharmacy and prescription drug coverage. But you know what I really like? I get rewards for taking my kids to their doctor visits.
Choose Amerigroup Louisiana. Call 1-855-BAYOU-4U today. That's 1-855-229-6848.
To gain financial success, the first step is getting in the game with planning your retirement. With so much uncertainty in the financial world, it's crucial to have someone on your team that understands your financial goals and can navigate you to obtaining your dream to financial freedom. McLean Financial Group advises in many areas. We pride ourselves on strategic financial planning and serving our clients, a great combination to obtain financial freedom. Get in the game and let McLean Financial Group design your customized financial playbook and quarterback you to financial independence.
What brings your home to life? What makes it all work? And what could possibly make it any better? Introducing Cox Home Life, home security and automation. It doesn't just unlock the door, it unlocks your home's full potential. So you have more control during the day and can sleep better at night. Cox Home Life. Protect, monitor, control.
You can count on Jerry Lane.
At Jerry Lane, they rolled the red carpet out for me.
It's always been Jerry.
You know what? It's tradition, it's family, and that's what keeps us coming back to Jerry Lane.
Get in the lane, get in the lane. Get in the lane, get in the lane. Get in the lane, get in the lane.
We're a Jerry Lane family.
All lanes lead to. You can count on Jerry Lane.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Oldhams. Coach, of course, every week in this segment, we talk about our Cox Players of the Week. And of course, this week we had an open week. So we're talking about gentlemen who exhibited leadership, gentlemen who showed what they were supposed to do in the classroom, guys who actually led by example. So who are our offensive, defensive, and special team players of the week this week, Coach?
Well, special teams, you know, I think the young man's been doing a tremendous job for us, both on and off the field, showing great leadership as our place kicker, punter, and he does everything for us from the kicking aspect, and Greg Pittman. Offense, I think this young man is ready to have a breakout second half of the season. You know, he's always where he's supposed to be, always doing the right things, and that's Leonard Tillery. And defensive, I think people are starting to stay away from him. He had a couple touchdowns thrown on him, but overall, from the start of camp to where we are today, I think his play has been outstanding, and that'll be Danny Johnson for defense.
There you have it. Coach, also in this segment, we normally have our Coach Zero player interviews, but of course we had no game, so we have no interviews. Coach, let's jump into our open week recruiting talk. I'm sure you and your coaching staff got a chance to see a lot of high school football games. I know you won't tell us who you're looking at, but tell us what positions you're trying to fill needs for the 2016 season, if you will.
Well, it always starts up front with us. You know, we got to continue to build our offensive and defensive lines, and you know that's the #1 priority for us. And we're always looking for those guys to fill those needs at those positions. Then the next position will be running backs. You know, we got a couple of seniors back there this year. Be looking forward to getting some running backs on campus, and then we look at our linebacker core. Always trying to improve our depth at linebacker, and then last but not least is that we got a wide receiver core that's always good. You know, we got a lot of those guys coming back again next year, but we do have some graduating seniors in this bunch that we need to replace. And defensive backs, you know, we're gonna have to get some safeties. Pretty deep at corner right now, but we'll look at trying to get some safeties on board. And then from a specialist standpoint, we think we have one of the better snappers in the country, and we have to try to find us a kicker to replace Greg Pittman. So definitely on the road, looking for some great talent. You know, who's in the state of Louisiana during this bye week. Also was able to get over to Texas and then to Georgia. So we're everywhere trying to knock on doors, trying to convince young men to come play at Southern University.
Coach O, recruiting the right player for your program is always important, especially with your next man up philosophy. Talk to us about the impact that a kid has on your program, and how do you decide to play him his freshman year or to redshirt him his freshman year?
Well, a lot of our programs, especially when it comes to freshmen, determine whether or not they go play. It really determines on whether or not they come to summer school. I think if we can get those young men in summer school, get them in an 8-week training program and see how they adapt, we get a chance to teach them so that when we go to fall camp, they're not out there learning and still trying to play. They actually just get a chance to see their full potential. Then once we get through with fall camp, we go through an evaluation phase, and whoever catches on and able to keep up with the speed of the game and show that high school talent. That's what it's all about. Running schemes that are simple enough for these guys to be able to show their talent. And then we go from there. The ones that can play, we play them, and we tell them only red shirts on our team are the quarterbacks. It's up to you whether or not we red shirt or not. That goes with learning our systems.
Coach, how does a school like Southern and other SWAC schools recruit against the larger schools who seem to have jobs, cars, cash to offer recruits? How do you stay in the mix with a kid when it seems like other schools, larger schools, have more resources than Southern?
Well, I think it comes down to what you're looking for in a recruit. Normally that if you got a tier of guys that has schools like, they may have some of the LSUs, Tennessees, Notre Dames. Well, that young man probably is not going to choose Southern. So, you try to look for those that are interested in you. You try to figure that shoe fits, and you try to evaluate enough talent so that you can pick from enough to make sure that you can fulfill your basket in your program. So the biggest thing is making sure you're on the right guys, understanding that you're not going to get some of the guys that you may have on your board, but you still got to recruit them just in case things don't work out where they go. We call it recruiting for the back end. Maybe they go somewhere and we get them on the back end. But really it comes down to beating mid-majors and beating other LCS programs. And if you can do that, you like the kind of players that you're getting from an athletic standpoint. But for us, it's more about character, making sure that you have the right build so that when you come in and mix with our guys, you understand what our program is all about. The number one thing is really discipline in our program, and we try to recruit young men that are like that in high school.
Well, there you have recruiting 400. That's not the freshman conversation. That's the 400 level conversation with Coach Dawson Odoms. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll look ahead to our next game against Alabama State in Montgomery this weekend on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odoms.
They're back. The multiplier games from the Louisiana Lottery. Multiply your winnings 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, even 50 times the money. You could win up to $200,000. Pick up yours today at any lottery retailer. Multiply your play.
Traveling with kids is kind of a nightmare, but flying out of BTR makes it stress-free. Everyone there is
so much friendlier than any other airport I've been to. You can't have a fantastic city without the community support of a great airport. I can actually get anywhere in the world from right here in town. BTR makes travel
so easy that I feel at home right when my plane lands. It takes almost no time to get back to my family. So that feeling of, this is home, for me, happens at BTR.
Variety. It's needed for any wedding. Friendly staff, gorgeous venues, entertainment, food, buffet-style dining, or an intimate sit-down dinner. Rehearsal dinner for 15 people or reception halls for 1,000. Gorgeous rooms, an expansive casino, or a close-knit lounge. On your special day, you deserve variety. And that's exactly what the Bell offers.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odoms. Of course, we would invite you to join us each week, Monday nights about 7 o'clock, Shucks on the Levee at the Bella Baton Rouge Casino as we produce the show. Coach, we traveled to Montgomery this weekend to play for the second time at Alabama State's new stadium. Of course, what I remember from 2 years ago was a stadium with a nice, fast turf. Mike Jones had a breakout game with 2 or 3 touchdowns on bombs. Dre Joseph had a bomb day throwing the football around, and basically it was a back-and-forth game. Coach Brian Jenkins, he has the Hornets at 2-3 on the season, 2-2 in the SWAC. What does Alabama State have this year, Coach, on offense and defense?
Well, offensively, they spread you out. got a fast, skilled guys, got a very good offensive line, and just trying to find a stable quarterback. They played several guys defensively. They get out there, you 3-4 package, stemming around, moving around. Really got a big nose guard and got a linebacker in Courtney DeBerry, who's been very good for a long time at Alabama State.
Coach, a lot of controversy surrounding Coach Brian Jenkins' hire, beating up assistant coaches, practicing players overnight. Sounds like a really nice guy. Coach, do you see him staying there for the rest of the season?
Well, you know, I think it's a great opportunity for him, and I'm quite sure like he's put a lot of those situations behind him and moved on with a fresh start, and we wish him nothing but the best at Alabama State.
Stay with us when we come back. We'll wrap up this week of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Thompson.
My Jags hit real hard, but not nearly as hard as a car or a big truck. When something like that happens, you need the right team on your side to tackle the big insurance company.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, my team of attorneys can hit back. Call me right now.
If I ever get hit by a car or a big truck, you better believe I will get Gordon.
I'm attorney Gordon McKernan. Let me hit the big insurance company back. Just call me. Get it done.
Get Gordon. Get it done.
Call 888-8888 or go to getgordon.com.
I have 2 kids, and like any mom, I want them to be healthy. So I chose Amerigroup Louisiana for our Bayou Health Plan. We get all our Medicaid benefits and pharmacy and prescription drug coverage. But you know what I really like? I get rewards for taking my kids to their doctor visits.
Choose Amerigroup Louisiana. Call 1-855-BAYOU-4U today. That's 1-855-229-6848.
To gain financial success, the first step is getting in the game with planning your retirement. With so much uncertainty in the financial world, it's crucial to have someone on your team that understands your financial goals and can navigate you to obtaining your dream to financial freedom. McLean Financial Group advises in many areas. We pride ourselves on strategic financial planning and serving our clients, a great combination to obtain financial freedom. Get in the game and let McLean Financial Group design your customized financial playbook and quarterback you to financial independence.
What brings your home to life? What makes it all work? And what could possibly make it any better? Introducing Cox Home Life, home security and automation. It doesn't just unlock the door, it unlocks your home's full potential. So you have more control during the day and can sleep better at night. Cox Home Life. Protect, monitor, control.
We're Cadillac women. I'm a cowgirl, but I like to ride in style.
I'm a broadcasting major, and I want everyone to know that I love my Cadillac SRX.
Always lead to, you can count on Jerry Lane.
Get up to Montgomery and
Go Jags!